Imagine getting flown out to Dubai, staying in a luxury villa, and getting endless designer gifts, all for free. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, this is exactly what happened in 2022 when Tarte sent out 30 influencers with their plus ones on an extravagant trip to Dubai to promote their new Maracuja foundation. But instead of talking about the product, social media exploded with questions, wondering if this was a PR stunt or a genius marketing move. Well, the answer lies in how Tarte used the PESO model, a strategy top brands use to create a marketing impact, to build awareness, trust, and authority. Tarte is no stranger to lavish influencer trips, but this one stood out. 2022, Dubai. An entire experience centered around a foundation launch. Instead of traditional media, Tarte let influencers do the talking, but the conversation quickly shifted. Instead of hyping up the Maracuja Foundation, people were talking about the first-class flights, the insane resort, and whether Tarte was out of touch during a financial crisis. The trip was a PR firestorm, but one of the biggest marketing moments for Tarte. So, was it actually a success? Let's find out by seeing how they structured their marketing through the PESO model. Tarte's trip wasn't just about the experience. It was a carefully crafted marketing strategy, which used the 4 parts of PESO: paid, earned, shared, and owned media. First, paid media, any media exposure which is purchased by the brand. The trip itself was an ad. Tarte didn't pay influencers directly, but they covered flights, villas, excursions, outfits, and gifts, basically creating a campaign without traditional sponsorships. Earned media, the recognition and exposure a brand receives through external channels without direct payment. This is where the trip really blew up. Tarte got coverage from news outlets, beauty channels, and influencers who weren't even on the trip. Shared media, using social media platforms to amplify a brand message and visibility to direct audience to generate user-generated content. Social media went wild. Influencers posted get readies with me's, unboxings, and Dubai vlogs, while beauty fans and other creators jumped into the conversation. This kind of exposure is gold for brand visibility. But the product took a backseat for the trip itself. Finally, owned media, any content or platform the brand controls. Tarte tried to control the narrative by promoting the trip and product on their website and creating a #TrippinWithTarte page. But did they use their platform to actually educate consumers about the foundation? Not really. It was more about the hype than the product. So, was this a marketing win or fail? Personally, I loved seeing all the content, the get ready with me's, the lavish room tours, but I think this could have been executed better. On the positive side, it created a huge amount of buzz, and they were able to leverage all of the influencers' power, and all of it being cheaper than paying them separately. But with the great positives come the negatives. There was a misalignment between content and product marketing, and the fact nobody knew if it was for a Maracuja Foundation. All of the influencers were doing different sponsorships from different brands, talking about completely different products, creating a lot of buzz, but not towards Tarte. In addition, it also fell out of touch due to the economic climate. The big question is, how do you know what's working? And it all depends on your KPIs. And Tarte is the perfect example because depending on the lens that you approach this trip with, it could be viewed as a failure or a huge success. The key lesson that I learned from Tarte's example and the PESO model is how important our KPI objectives are. They need to be clear so we're not chasing random analytics. And they will completely shape how we assess the project and move forward. Was the Tarte trip a massive success or failure? Let me know down in the comments. And if you haven't seen my last video, check it out where I do a deep dive into Fenty Beauty. See you there!